Namibia, next a region in southwestern Africa, became a colony of the German Empire. The land was much more arid and had vast, beautiful, reddish deserts. The native San and Damara tribes had already been contacted very briefly by the Portuguese many hundreds of years before, which was why they had old European firearms and even Christian beliefs. Just before any European conquests of the land would occur, German, Swedish, and Finnish Lutheran missionaries would extensively explore the alien deserts of Namibia and tried to convert native tribes to Lutheranism. The German Empire would annex this very large swath of land. The colony of Namibia had the most coastline out of any other German colony in Africa. Because of the large coastline, the lack of extremely dense jungle, and warm but not too hot weather, the Germans saw this as a good place to colonize. German settlers began to lightly populate the area and build towns and cities with lots of mines. While German forces were expanding their territory further into the interior, the Orlam people, who had recently migrated from further south, fleeing from Boer expansion, had waged war against the Herero people. It was only until the German armies arrived when both groups would be aggressively subdued. Tanganyika. The most important African colony of the German Empire was Tanganyika, a tropical land on the rich Swahili coast. It was mostly made up of semi-arid savannas and rugged mountainous terrain further inland, the most notable mountain being Mount Kilimanjaro. It also touches the largest lake in Africa, Lake Victoria. The Swahili coast already had a history of Iranian and Arab Islamic colonization dating back almost 1,000 years. The descendants of Middle Eastern colonists were the aristocracy of the region, and the city of Zanzibar was the capital of the massive East African slave trade. Right before German rule, up to 90% of people in Tanganyika were slaves. British missionaries began exploring the inner savannas and converting the inland tribes to Christianity. The German Empire annexed the lands of Tanganyika. German companies would use the colony to establish plantations for cash crops by enslaving the native population. The wealth of the colony would later attract a lot of Indian migrants to settle in the colony.